Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. एवं विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमती डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिल प्रभुपाद की इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य बीपीटी फाउंडर आचार्य सिविर ऑफ द होल वर्ल्ड शिल प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद शिल भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर शिल प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपिका श्याम कुंद राधा कुंद गिरिराज गोवर्धन की ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की मथुरापुरी धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की गंगा मैया की यमुना मैया की भक्ति देवी की श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी की समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा श्याम सुंदर की श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्र मैया की श्री श्री गौर निताय की ग्रंथरा श्रीमद् भागवतम की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga Brahma Sambhadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto First, Chapter Second, Chapter entitled Divinity and Divine Service, Text 14. Please repeat after me. तस्मादेकेन मनसा भगवान् सात्वतां पतिः श्रोतव्यः कीर्तितव्यश्च ध्येयः पूज्यश्च नित्यदा तस्मादेकेन मनसा भगवान् सात्वतां पतिः श्रोतव्यः कीर्तितव्यश्च ध्येयः पूज्यश्च नित्यदा तस्मादेकेन मनसा भगवान् सात्वतां पतिः श्रोतव्यः कीर्तितव्यश्च ध्येयः पूज्यश्च नित्यदा तस्मादेकेन मनसा माताजी word to word meaning तस्मात् therefore ekena by one manasa attention of the mind Bhagavan the personality of Godhead sarvatam of the devotees patihi protector shrotavyah is to be heard kirtitavyah to be glorified cha and dheyah to be remembered pujyah to be worshipped cha and Nityada, constantly. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Abhay Arvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. Therefore, with one pointed attention, one should constantly hear about, glorify, remember, and worship the personality of Godhead, who is the protector of the devotees. Purport. If realization of the absolute truth is the ultimate aim of life, it must be carried out by all means. In any one of the above mentioned castes and orders of life, the four processes, namely glorifying, hearing, remembering, and worshipping, are general occupations. Without these principles of life, no one can exist. Activities of the living being involve engagements in these four different principles of life. Especially in modern society, all activities are more or less dependent on hearing and glorifying. Any man from any social status becomes a well known man in human society within a very short time if he is simply glorified truly or falsely in the daily newspapers. Sometimes political leaders of a particular party are also advertised by newspaper propaganda, and by such a method of glorification, an insignificant man becomes an important man within no time. But such propaganda by false glorification of an unqualified person cannot bring about any good either for the particular man or for the society. There may be some temporary reactions to such propaganda, but there are no permanent effects. Therefore, such activities are a waste of time. The actual object of glorification is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who has created everything manifested before us. We have broadly discussed this fact from the beginning of the Janmadhyasya sloka of this Bhagavatam. The tendency to glorify others or hear others must be turned to the real object of glorification, the Supreme Being, and that will bring happiness. मम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरो वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजाता सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादा सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे like to welcome Mr. Sundarsyam Pr, our sponsor Pro. Actually, Prabhu had been coming even before we began. Prabhu had been coming to 2015 at the school and giving me regular appreciation to this. In fact, all of us had a great blessing of the book, the classes, the management, and another time. To be a good success. So we joined in service after the other country with the senior country. That was late. Nice glorification. I don't even know all the voices in India. Maybe 30%, 40%. That is okay. Thank you for your grand welcome. And congratulations for having obtained this nice center. But the first time I'm coming here. I don't know, when did you get it? Oh, 2 months back only, Janmashtami. So congratulations, because we are very sincere. We want to practice sincerely, and you have been already preaching. So Krishna wanted to provide you bigger place so that more devotees can be accommodated. So congratulations once again. So we are discussing from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, second chapter, divinity and divine service. This is very important chapter because in this particular section, particularly 12 to 22, in these 11 verses, importance of hearing Srimad Bhagavatam as a process to achieve perfection is being described. Today is Bhadra Purnima, isn't it? A very auspicious day when the recitation of Srimad Bhagavatam was completed for Parikshit Maharaj by Shukdev Goswami, and Parikshit Maharaj reached perfection. So Bhadra Purnima is very, very important. Thus, this section also is very important. In the 12th verse, he says, process to realize absolute truth. तश्रद्धदाना मुनयो ज्ञान वैराग्य युक्तया पश्यन्ति आत्मनि चात्मनं भक्त्या श्रुत गृहीतया. The seriously inquisitive student or sage, well equipped with knowledge and detachment, realizes that absolute truth by rendering devotional service in terms of what he has heard from the Vedanta Shruti. In 11th verse, it was described, Vadanti tat tattva vidas tattvam yajnanam advayam, brahmeti paramatmeti bhagvaniti shabdate. That the absolute truth is realized in three features, Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagwan. The impersonal effulgence coming out of the Lord and Vaikuntha planets. And then Paramatma, localized aspect situated in each and every living entity heart, as well as in each and every atom, and in between the atoms also. And Bhagavan, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna in his spiritual world. So he has to be realized by rendering service to the Lord. That was in the 12th process to realize absolute truth, and that is by performing devotional service. So devotional services are of 9 types. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Saphyam, Atmanivedanam. So any one of the 9 could be performed at any given time. Different devotees have different talents and different likings, inclinations. All of us are different. Some may be wanting a lot of services. So physical services are there, especially in the early days. That is very much recommended because a lot of passion is there in Bangalore, metropolitan city. How many of you are not from Bangalore? Raise your hand. I said nobody's from Bangalore. We are from Golapurundan. But see, majority are not from Bangalore. Who are from Bangalore city? Only 2, 3, 4 maybe. He seems to be your son only. Okay, anyway. So you can see. So I have come here for higher prospects, education, and mainly for money. So thus, passion is very high. कुछ करके दिखाना है. I want to show what a great person I am. A lot of desires, material desires, and all that. So that time, physical services are very important because otherwise, restless mind makes one crazy. Then already is crazy for material prospects. So then, better he can dovetails in spiritual life. And then eventually, when he comes to the mode of goodness, he's cooled down. Now his mind is steady. Then he can focus more on Shravanam and Kirtanam. That doesn't mean that in the early stages we don't have Shravanam and Kirtanam. They are there. But that is not so much heard, well heard. It's difficult. People want services. So do services, no problem. But the way to realize absolute truth is by performing devotional service only. Bhaktya Shruta Gruhitaya. There is no other way. Other ways will lead to problems like karma, jnana, and all that, dhyana also. So many got distracted in their practices. So that's why Bhakti Yogi is recommended. Then next in the 13th, he talks about devotional service as the only purpose of Varnashram. अतः पुंभिर द्विजश्रेष्ठा वर्णाश्रम विभागशः अनुष्ठितस्य धर्मस्य संसिद्धिर हरितोषणम. O best among the twice born, it is therefore concluded that the highest perfection one can achieve by discharging the duties prescribed for one's own occupation according to caste divisions and orders of life is to please the personality of God. Nahi kashi shanamapi jatu tishtati akarma krut. Not even for a moment we can remain without activities. We act by three faculties: through our body, physical activities, through our words, speech, and through our mind, thoughts, and all that, thinking, feeling, willing. So this will continue throughout 24 hours. It never stops. Even in the deadly night, means in the sense when we are deep in sleep in the night, then also the mind is active. Some swapna will come, some desires will come. Desires are given shape. So thus we are always active. So those actions as per the gross body and subtle body. They are what is in Varnashram Dharma, Varna and Ashram, the social orders and spiritual order. Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. These are social orders. In that, Brahmanas are in the mode of goodness, then Kshatriyas in the mode of passion, Vaishyas in the mode of passion and ignorance, and Shudras in the mode of ignorance. There are people below that also, but those who want to practice spirituality, for them Varnashram is recommended. But Varnashram is according to psychophysical nature. All of us have it. Like I'm a brahmachari. So my psyche, my mind is in a particular way, which doesn't match with any one of you. Maybe with him it will match. So it just can't think in the way the others think. Because that's how one can be a brahmachari. Otherwise, it will be difficult for him. His psyche has to be accordingly. Similarly, grahasthas, they have their psychophysical nature. Then similarly, vanaprasthas and sannyasis. So grahasthas are all the time attached. Then brahmacharis sometimes attached, sometimes detached. They're in between. And the other side there are sannyasis. They're all the time detached. They're dead actually. Social death. That is the sannyasi. He is walking, talking corpse, dead body. And some sannyasi came here recently. Bhakti Ashray, Vaishnav Maharaj maybe. Or some Bhakti Damodar Maharaj. Bhakti, okay. Okay. Anyway, you know many sannyasis in ISKCON. So they are dead people. You may think that they are alive, but they are not alive. They are not into this material world. Their attachment is not there to anything material. They're completely detached. That's how they can maintain their sannyas. Somehow, Prabhupada's preaching work, Prabhupada had to give sannyas to many young boys because it was the need of the time to spread Krishna consciousness in a fast way. Prabhupada gave. But because their psyche was not aligned as per the scriptural description, so they could not. Prabhupada had faith, no doubt, that if they practice properly Krishna consciousness, then they can maintain their sannyas. But most of them will not be able to maintain. They will give up their sannyas. Prabhupada knew it well. Still, he had to take that risk because it was a need of the time. You understand? He had less time. He was very old. Anytime he might die. So in that short time, a lot of Krishna consciousness to be spread. So under his direct supervision, so he gave them. And some left during Prabhupada's time. Many left after Prabhupada. Those who are continuing, their psyche is exactly as per the requirement. They are all the time detached. You can see all the sannyasis, so much famous they have, so much fame they have, so much accomplishments they have, so many followers they have, so many projects, so many temples they have opened and centers, so much glory. But they are detached. They are dead actually. They are not interested in hearing their own glory. We are very eager to hear on our own glory, and we have hardly any glory. That's why all the time thirsty. We are looking where will I be glorified. So that is very much required. So this is how, according to psychophysical nature, one has to be having engagements. We are not this psyche, nor are we this physique. Huh? We are different. We are not gross body of earth, water, fire, air, ether, Panchamahabhut, this gross body, nor are we internal body of subtle body of mind, intelligence, false ego. But, and we are spirit soul, Satchidananda. But we are situated in a body. Just like Now I'm sitting on this Vyasasana. It is very important that this Vyasasana is stable now for me because I'm sitting. If one leg is less short and then it is, I'm little bit I move and then I go, "Ugh." So I cannot deliver the lecture properly. I may know a lot. I may not be able to present very nicely, but just because I'm on this seat now and this seat is unstable, I will have difficulty. I cannot give the best presentation which I would have otherwise given because it does matter. Currently, I'm here. Hmm. A earthquake happens. All of us will have this difficulty. You, me, both of us, because the whole earth only will shake. It is very important that earth is having that. Earth has that. Dhru means that grip. So earth means dhru, dhruti. That this thing is there. That's why stability comes by being on earth. That's the power of earth. So thus we also need some stability, and for that reason only Varnashram is there. We are not these bodies, but we are in our bodies. We are not this body. I am not this body, but I am in this body. And just like I gave example of Asasan, like that, this is also one asan, apartment. I'm situating, I'm whatever you call it, 2 BHK, 3 BHK owner, or 100 BHK owner, whatever it you call it. So I'm also owner. So this building has to be stable. Gross body also and mind also. All the problems of the world, like divorce, suicide, crimes. Why? Because of uncontrolled mind. The psychology is very disturbed. The mind is disturbed for whatever reason. And then one creates disturbance in the outside society. He'll create disturbance for himself, he'll create disturbance for others because he's disturbed person. But we have to be stable. So Varnashram, one is should be situated in. But what is the goal? Ata Pombir Dvija Shrestha Varnashrama Vibhakasha. Krishna has divided society into four Varnas and four ashramas. Ashramas are Brahmachari, Grahastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasi. But this is for that external stability. Then after being situated in that external stability, then something more and important is to be done. And what is that? So Anushtitasya Dharmasya Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. If that goal is not achieved, it is all useless. You are in the best of the Varna, Brahman, and you are in the best of the ashram, let's say sannyasi. It is useless if you are not working for the pleasure of the Supreme Lord, for his pleasure, for giving his satisfaction. If that is not achieved, it is all Shramayevahi Kevalam. Just like we are situated in the plane, like that. But then we create a disturbance. What is that? We should peacefully sit. If you want to take rest, you may take rest. You want to do reading, something you can do. Okay. But if you start fighting with the passengers there, you punch them and all that, then finished. It will be disturbance that time. As soon as you land in wherever you say US, UK, you'll be taken to by the airport authorities only. You will be escorted, not to your destination, to the police station, to the jail, like that. Personally, they will escort you and you'll be there for many months or years. So that is not the purpose of sitting in the plane, is to reach there. So while being on the plane also one has to be stable. One can make plan. What will I do after I land over there and all that days or hours, whatever it is. So that is the goal. And that's what is being told in 14th verse then. Tasmat means therefore. Ekena manasa, with one pointed determination and fixity, attention. Bhagavan Satvatam Pati. Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is Pati, the husband, the protector of Satvatas, of the devotees. He is the Lord and Master of the devotees. So he's Pati. So all those who are Patis here. How many Patis? Husbands who are married? Main, only few are there. More are there. Okay, so they have to know that your Pati is Krishna. And Mataji should know they are servant of the servant. Krishna is the master of their master, and Mataji are servants of the servant. So that is, should be very clear. Krishna is the master, and about him, what to do, how to serve this pati, this husband. Wife serves husband, and by that she earns so much. Earns means not just money. She gains so much. Love she gets. She gets children. She gets house. She gets facilities, satisfaction, peace, unlimited opportunities are there for her if she is chaste wife to her husband who is competent. Sometimes the husbands of this world may not be competent, but Krishna is the most competent husband. So what one should do? What should wife do towards her husband? The husband is Krishna. Shrotavya. All the wives should hear about the glories of their husband, not the glories of other husbands, other men. No, not at all. Never. Not that Mr. Sharma is also good and Mr. Verma is also good and my husband is also good. No question. I don't even know Sharma and Verma. That is the best. But okay, Uso the Sharma and Verma maybe, but my husband is the best. Like that should be the conviction of wife. Then she's just wife. Nobody is equal to her husband. No man on planet Earth. Certainly, Guru and all that comes in spiritual circle, but otherwise, nobody else. My husband, the best. Mm. And he loves me, I love him, and all that. That kind of chastity should be there. And husband likes to hear about her husband. Wife likes to hear about her husband only. And children speak, Papa gave me this, and Papa solved this, and he taught me cycling. And wife is very happy. And the neighbors also say, your husband is so glorious. This. Okay, she's very happy. So hearing, not about any other man. Any other man also is glorified. Okay, that's okay, but my husband is the best. Like that should be conviction. Then only she chest wife. So likewise, we should hear only about Krishna, not about glorification of the people of this world. Even if they are glorified, we should know this is temporary fame people have. Here today, gone tomorrow. Everything temporary, everything material is temporary. So this is all materialistic people, their materialistic activities. That's why they are all temporary. Their fame is short-lived. Nobody will know about them in future. That's what when first time Prabhupada came across Alfred Ford, the great grandson of Henry Ford, and Prabhupada was introduced. He is Alfred Ford, Mr. Alfred Ford, and he is the great grandson of Henry Ford, the Ford owner, such a big famous person. Prabhupada immediately said, "So, where is the Ford? Where is Mr. Ford? That means that Henry Ford. That means what remains of him today? Ross body was dead long before. Nothing of those elements remained. But that fame also, the property and that also, not so much. Gone. His connection is gone. So that's how we should know these people are not the ones whom we should glorify or take interest in hearing their glories. No. That's why these all social media very dangerous. If we are into social media as devotees, how many of you chant 16 rounds? Raise your hand. Many are chanting, maybe majority. So social media is not for us, for a spiritual media. Mm. So we have our WhatsApp group, we have reading of Prabhupada books. This is required. Just for knowing little bit of the outside world is okay, but that is also not required. Doesn't matter much. My spiritual master, His Holiness Radhan Swami Maharaj, he was giving lecture in one of the universities in America. And while giving lecture, he told how urgent and important it is. One should take spiritual life very seriously. And he told how the otherwise the danger is awaiting. He said otherwise you might get drafted in that Vietnam War at any time, like that. Hundreds of boys and all sitting there. So all the boys were looking at him with a strange look. And Maharaj also felt there is something different. After the class was over, one boy told him, "Sir, you're talking about that Vietnam War that got over 7 years back. What are you talking? That is over." Maharaj said, "Oh, really? Okay. When I joined as a brahmachari, it was going on." Afterwards, I don't know what all things. So his ignorance was good because he was ignorant about whether Vietnam War was still continuing or ended. That's why he is such a great sadhu now. You are detached. You are detached. You are not knowing whether Vietnam War is going on or not. He had no interest in that. So now he is so much glorified in the world because he did not know about outside world. So don't know too much about outside world. Little bit. A devotee should know little bit about everything and everything about one thing. That is about Krishna. About Krishna, we should know everything. How many of you read all the books of Srila Prabhupada? Nobody raises hand. One, two, three. Three of us have read. So this we should know thoroughly. In fact, one time reading is not enough. Two times, three times. Sometimes devotees say three times you should read minimum. His Holiness Bhakti, what is that? Swayam Bhagwan Keshav Maharaj. He says, reading means at least thrice the same book to be read. Then only you have read the book. Any book read thrice, then you have read that book. Once reading is no reading. Two times reading, no reading. Because just go through it, we are not very clear. The subject matter is not grasped well. So three times minimum, he has that strategy it seems. He follows that. Any book he reads, three times he reads, and then he's thorough with it. So that's why I have to make sure that we are hearing only about Krishna. and Kirtitavyasya. Then speak naturally. Whatever we'll hear, that's what we'll speak. If we have heard about all the details of that plane crash in Ahmedabad, you will naturally speak. How many of you felt that you heard the details and you naturally informed others? Raise your hand. Yeah, as much as we heard, that much you told. I was not even aware. I was in Bhubaneswar and I was giving class and somebody asked question. Just recently we had a plane crash. I said, where plane crash? Today in Ahmedabad. I said, when? The day before yesterday. I said, oh really? I never knew. You are the first one to tell me. Hmm. That he was asking question. How to look at it, something like that. So somehow we'll come to know that which is important. And even if I don't come to know about plane crash till date, till now, how does it matter? My plane was on 15th June only, few days later. And he was saying, Prabhu, please. You know, I said, what, please? If I have to die, I don't have to go to plane. I will die on the way to aeroplane or on the way to airport only. Or even in your house also, I can die. Don't worry, I will not die. Hmm. Nobody can kill me. If my time comes, then there is nobody required to kill me. Automatically, there will be a heart attack or something. I will die. So that's why devotees should not be interested in even going to hospitals and all that. When your time of death comes, you will die. Whether you die in the general ward, at your house, or in ICU, it will be very costly. Though you will be cool there, but your relatives will be very hot. So much they have to daily pay. So no need. Prabhupada was against it. Prabhupada said, don't take me to hospital with ventilator, injection. No. Let us die peacefully. This is Prabhupada's statement. Let us die peacefully. And why, what will great thing we'll achieve by just extending our lifespan by 2 3 days or 1 2 months or 1 2 years by paying too much in ICU. What you have to do? You have to do reading, hearing, chanting. Na? Do it now, na? Now is the time. When we are young, healthy, that time anyway we'll be old. Most of us will be in our old days, fit for ICU. Why to worry about that? Now is the time. Fresh, we are young, youthful, healthy. Use that time for reading, hearing, chanting, all about Krishna. That time, what's the point? Just like the duffers in the college, they during exam or 1 day before exam, they say, what syllabus their friend? What is the syllabus? Which is the book? You know, can I borrow your all those kind of. Those were intelligent boys. Day one, they find out okay, these are the subjects, which are the best books for these subjects, and which are the professors and the next notes. They do it from the beginning only, and towards the end they are studying, but mostly they are revising. They are not studying. The most intelligent boys, they don't study before exam. They are revising their syllabus. They have studied during the semester only. Well, nicely. You can ask our Resajare Prabhu, all throughout topper. Hmm. I hope he did not. I hope he did not study till the last one. That kind of boys don't become toppers. So we have to speak about the Lord. So hearing matters. Whatever. Just like how many of you know Telugu language? Raise your hand. How many of you know Tamil language? How many of you know French language? Because we never heard, so we can't speak. I can speak Telugu. Telugu Radu. Hare Krishna Cheppandi, Anandanga Undandi. Only this much, because that much only I have heard. So no third or fourth statement I can speak, because I have not heard it. But you ask me Marathi, I can speak quite well. Because that's what from day one, when I was in the womb of my mother, I have been hearing Marathi only. Everybody was speaking Marathi only. So, and from day one, I took birth hearing Marathi, so we became expert. Before even going to school, we knew how to speak Marathi, how to communicate, how to ask for things, and all that. The communication was perfect because we learned at home only. Then in school, we learned something advanced version of that language. So we should hear about the Lord. That is the sign of chastity. If we are all chaste devotees, so to say, we may all call ourselves as devotees, but we are not chaste devotees. We are unchaste devotees. Why? Because in our chest, there is so much other matter also. It's in our heart. We know so many other things. About Krishna, we don't know much. That's why I asked the question. How many have read all the books of Prabhupada? And then again, even though some devotees raised hand, I said, no, that is not enough. You have to repeatedly read them. So our knowledge about the world is quite a lot, whereas the knowledge about spirituality is very less. That's why something happens. As I said, some sannyas gives up sannyas, or some guru gives up devotional practice. Devotees are shocked. What is the shock? There's nothing shocked there. Prabhupada said that don't be surprised if many live. Be surprised if even if few stay back. Very few will stay back. Prabhupada said the third generation will be stable in ISKCON. The first generation, some say Prabhupada is the first generation, but Prabhupada disciples are the first generation. Then we come in the second generation. Prabhupada's disciples. And our disciples, those who become Guru, they will be the third generation. So this is one explanation that the third generation will be stable because Prabhupada's disciple generation and our generation, a lot of fall downs will happen. You know, there will be distractions, people will become loose in their enthusiasm and all that. So then this will be nice example. The younger devotees, third generation, they go, oh my God, even that devotee, even this brahmachari, that sannyasi, they had problems. So let me be careful. So they will be stable. This is one explanation, but there is a higher explanation to this third generation. What is that? Those devotees, disciples of Srila Prabhupada, who learned it very nicely, and they do Garbhadan Sanskar, Grahasthas. Then their child, that is the first generation. So that's a outcome of Garbhadan Sanskar, proper Vedic way. So he and certainly he will go to brahmachari life, and then afterwards he'll get married. Then he will do Garbhadan Sanskar, and then he will produce child that is second generation, and that boy will go through brahmachari life, and then he will get married eventually, and he will produce child, and his child will be the third generation. So much. So anyway, whatever we are unjust, but we have to learn, know our defects, our faults, our problems, our our weaknesses, and overcome them by hearing only about Krishna. Our ears are meant only for hearing about Krishna, nothing else. You should be deaf to everything else. These are the gopis. That's why gopis are called as the highest renunciants in the world. Topmost sannyasis in the creation are the gopis. These are gopis, sannyasis, they never took danda, whether ek danda sannyas, three danda sannyas, they never became sannyasis. No. And they are females. Females don't take sannyas, only men, means few men. How come? No. You can see 12 o'clock, midnight, Krishna played flute and they left their houses. How many of us, 12 o'clock, we are sleeping here and 12 o'clock some sound comes? Will we go outside on the streets alone? Will be scared? Somebody may attack me, something may happen, will be fearful. But they are fearless. They gave up their worldly responsibilities and just went for Krishna's pleasure. That is ideal sannyasi. So that's how they were. So they were very chaste. They heard only about Krishna. When Krishna's flute sound, Krishna played on his flute, the sound entered through the ear holes of gopis. It is said that flute sound was like a bird and it entered in this hole, and there it made a nest. Bird for living has to make a nest. Bird lives in the nest. So made a nest, and the nest was so thick, nest made up of straw and all that. So there are different varieties of nests, different birds make in a different way. So this nest was so thick that after that was built, the gopis became deaf to all the external sounds. They could not hear. The husband was saying, "Hey, how can you leave? Our child is crying for you." They could not hear husband. Mother-in-law and daughter-in-law, the mother-in-law and father-in-law say, "Hey, how can you leave?" Could not hear. No sound was heard by gopis. That's how they were so chaste. And they spoke only about Krishna. Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. Always taking the names of Krishna, talking about Krishna's pastime. So gopis are our ideal. Gopi Bharatuhu Padakamalyo Dasa 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 Das. We follow in the footsteps of gopis. Our essence of all the Vedic literature is given in the Nectar of Instruction, Sri Upadeshamrut by Srila Rupa Goswami, in just 11 verses. What the Vedas are described in 1 lakh verses, 1 into 10 raised to 10. So many slokas, we can't even read them all. What to speak of memorizing and knowing all that. But that all is summarized in just 11 verses. How many of you read Nectar of Instruction? Many have not read. It's a small book, hardly 90, 95 pages maybe. So you should read. That is the essence. Very important. And in that 8 verse is the essence of the essence, quintessence, that is given by Rupa Goswami. And there he says, Nama Rupa Charita Disukirtananu Smrutyo Kramena Rasana Manasi Niyoja Tishtan Vraje Tadanuragi Jananugami Kalam Nayadakilam Iti Upadesha Saram. So he says that Tan Nama Rupa Charitadi. Tan means his, who's Krishna's. His name, roop, form, charita, his character, activities, qualities. Tan nama rupa charitadi sukirtananu. Smrutyo kramena rasana manasi niyojya. So one has to do Tannama Rupa Charitadi Sukirtananu. Anu means continuously. Keep speaking about Krishna. But for that, as I said, intake is required. What goes in comes out. Those of us who learned Kannada words, all alphabets, everything, we are able to speak Kannada or Telugu or whichever language. So Krishna's message, Krishna's name, fame, qualities, pastime should be all heard. Then it will come continuously through the mouth. Tannama Rupa Charitadi Sukirtananu Smrutyo Kramena, and that will lead to remembrance. That is next. Chotavya Kirtitavyasya Dheyaha. There is a meditation or remembrance. So it is possible. It's all connected. Whatever we remember is based on what we have heard and what we have been speaking. Just like husband and wife, to give gross example, they want to shift from 2 BHK to 3 BHK. Now they are financially better than earlier. So now they want to shift there. So they will start discussing. So we'll go for 3 BHK. So where? In Bangalore, there are so many places, some residential complex. So which one? Okay, this one, no, that one, this one, that one. Somewhere they will settle. So then they will go there and they will discuss with the contractor or builder or whosoever. And then they negotiate whatever they do. Okay, possession will be after whatever few number of months, etc. And they pay whatever. So that phase, that time, even in the dream, they may have Graha Pravesh. Not yet possession achieved, but still they will have Graha Pravesh because that's what they are dreaming. Very soon, very soon. Just he said 1 month later we can have possession, and then we'll have Graha Pravesh on this tithi. So this will all happen because this is what has been discussed, heard, and spoken by both of them a lot. That's how now it will come in remembrance also. So that is all connected. So he says, Nutyo Kramena Rasana Manasi Niyojya. So step by step, remembrance will develop. So why our at the last moment of life, what is the goal? Ante Narayana Smritihi. We have to remember Krishna. Krishna says that what is that? Antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram. Smaran, why is he saying? Why is he not saying Shravanam, Kirtanam? Of all the 9 processes of devotional service, which is topmost? Kirtanam. Kirtanam. भजनेर मध्ये सर्वश्रेष्ठ नवविध भक्ति कृष्ण प्रेम कृष्ण दीते धरे महाशक्ति. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Antelila, 4th chapter, telling Sanatana Goswami. Then Sanatana Goswami wanted to commit suicide because his body was completely having boils and all that, and they were burst open and pus would flow. And Mahaprabhu would keep embracing him. All that dirty stuff would stick to the body, transcendental golden body of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sanatana Goswami would feel so bad. Oh. He would try to run away every time Mahaprabhu would come to embrace him, but Mahaprabhu was very tall. He would run faster and he would catch him and embrace him tightly. So he was pathetic. So he felt, let me destroy this body. This body is a problem. Uh, That's how I contaminate the body of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when Jagannath Ratha Yatra goes on, Rath Cart, I will throw my body below the wheel of the cart of Jagannath. And that will be glorious. I'll be seeing Jagannath, I'll be seeing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dance, and I will die, I will go back to Godhead. Something like that he was thinking. Mahaprabhu is Sarvagya, he is all knowing. He knew. So he said, Sanatan, what is that nonsensical thought? You want to commit suicide? Do you think by committing suicide like this, one can achieve Krishna? If that was the case, I would have thrown my body thousands of times and committed suicide like that millions of times. That is not the way. One achieves the Lord by bhajan. Hmm. There he introduces the word bhajan, by serving the Lord. So bhajan how? In that he says bhajanera madhye sarvasreshta navavida bhakti. In all different types of bhajan, spiritual activities, topmost are the 9 processes of devotional service. They have 2 qualities. Any one of the 9 processes, they have 2 powers. Krishna prema, Krishna dite, dhare mahashakti. It awards you Krishna prema, love for Krishna. That is our cherished gold. Every morning we sing, we recite 10 offenses. At the end, we say that it is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must carefully guard against all these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success. Krishna Prem. Everybody loudly chants. But who knows what is Krishna Prem? Krishna Prem means 3 things only. Nameruchi, Vaishnava Seva, Jivdaya. Test for chanting the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Second is Vaishnava Seva. Any Vaishnava comes in front of you, you should know you are his servant. Okay, Mataji's maid servant. That we are all servants. Any Vaishnava comes, he is young, small boy. He doesn't even know pronouncing properly. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. He doesn't have teeth. So Hare he cannot speak. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So you should serve him. Give him some Mahaprasad. Give some something that he will be able to appreciate on his level. You cannot tell him, I will tell you the Vedanta Sutras. Uh, he will go and sleep. So, according to you, should know if you want to serve Vaishnavas, Krishna will give the intelligence how to serve. There are all varieties of Vaishnavas in all grades. Hmm? So, you get the intelligence from Krishna. If you have desire to serve, if you doesn't have desire to serve, Krishna will not give the intelligence. So, he says that Bhajanera Madhye Sarvasreshta Navavida Bhakti, Krishna Prem, Krishna will Name Ruchi, Vaishnava Seva, and Jivadaya. Towards Jivas, we should be compassionate. At least say Hare Krishna to any person in Bangalore, or even cow you see, dog you see, Hare Krishna. Their ears are there, ears heard Hare Krishna, soul is benefited. Soul is benefited. Next lifetime, that dog will become a devotee. He will become human being and he'll become feed him prasadam maybe. Nowadays it's very famous in the cities. People, rich people, or even middle class people feed biscuits to dogs. You have seen? How many of you seen? It's quite famous nowadays. No, loving dog. What do you call? Shwana Prem. Because Krishna Prem is not introduced by ISKCON devotees. So they don't know the Shwana Prem, Marjar Prem, cat, living cat, and so many other premas they know. So we should introduce this. So these are the three things. So this is Krishna Prem. So Krishna Prem is awarded by Navavida Bhakti. And second is Krishna himself. Krishna Prema, Krishna Dite, Hare Mahashakti. So this is talking about Navavida Bhakti. Next verse, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Taramadde Sarvashreshta Nama Sankirtan Niraparadha Nama Laile Babe Premadhan. In all the nine also, topmost is chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. But one has to chant without offenses. Taramadya Sarvasreshta, Nama Sankirtan, Niraparadha Nama Lailai. Without offenses, one should chant only. And the mother of all the offenses is inattentive chanting. Because we have passion and ignorance, we cannot concentrate. Only in Sattva Guna, your concentration is on the thing that you are doing. If you're chanting, you can hear the chanting. Hare, Krishna, Ram, you can hear everything. But if you are in passion, your mind will be fast and it will go in the future. Oh, I have to, after 2 days, I have to do that. And today, after this chanting, I have to do this. And tomorrow, I have that service. And next Saturday is our satsang program in Sarjapur Road. And I have that service, I have not yet done. So you are in future tense, future, because of your passion. And if you are in ignorance, you go in the past. Oh, yesterday I slept very late and I got only 3 hours rest. I have to cover it up. And this is the best time, I think. This fellow is trying to wake me up. That is his problem. He doesn't understand. I did not sleep well yesterday. I mean, I did not sleep properly. I got less sleep. So you will go in the past. So check yourself. Do you tend to go in the past? That means you are in ignorance. Ignorance is very prominent in your consciousness. And if you tend to go in the future, then that means passion is very high in you. You need to be in the present. That's why in America there is a slogan, be here now. Mindfulness also nowadays, recent. But be here now. So be here. Yeah, we are here in Sarjapur Center. Yeah. Now. Yeah, now. No, you are somewhere else. Your mind is wandering here and there. It goes here, it goes there. After this class is over, Prasad will be there or not. No, they give Prasad every time. But last time it got over. I hope so. This time I will be the first one in the queue. If not, at least second one. So much, because you have passion, you go in the future. After class, Prasadam will be there. If he's there, I should be first one. Like that. And then last time I did not get, I was hungry. Then I was wondering what to do. But anyway, in my back, there are so many other things. So you go in the past. That means you are in ignorance. So this is how you can check which mode you are in. Whether Sattvagun, Rajagun, or Tamagun. So we have to do Niraparad. Niraparad means attentive chanting. Niraparada Namalaile Pabe Premadan. Then you achieve love for Krishna. So anyway, Shrotavya Kirtitavya, when we do hearing about the Lord, speaking about the Lord, then the remembrance of the Lord is automatic or natural. But that's what has gone in. That's the whole meditation and all that contemplation. Just like child, what does child think of? More or less 24 hours he thinks of mother only. Now, where is mother? I'm hungry. Where is mother? Mother, mother. Yes or not? Certainly, when we were children, we don't remember what all we thought of. But if you have kids, small kids, if you see, Because everything is provided by mother only. At least that stage. So all the time they are conscious of mother only. They hear about mother, they speak about mother, and they remember mother only. So that's how we need to be like child only. That one person, like for the child, mother alone provides everything. Similarly, Krishna alone. That's what Suniti mother also said to Dhruva. Dhruva said, I'm going to forest to get the favor of the Lord. I want a kingdom greater than my great grandfather. So I'm going. You are saying God is there in forest. I will get God there. So I'm going there. He was 5 year young boy, small boy. His mother said, yes, my dear son, go. What one mother can offer you love, what millions of mothers cannot offer love, that alone Lord can offer. Go ahead. What a mother, my God, what a daring lady. Yeah, Dhruva was daring boy, but he was still ignorant in one sense. He doesn't know what all things are awaiting him, dangers, problems. But more daring was his mother. Yes or not? Because how much mother loves child, and he was the only child. He said, "Go ahead." What faith Mother Suniti had, unflinching faith in the Supreme Lord. That kind of mother is required, who imparts not only has personally that faith, but imparts that faith and allows the child to go ahead on this path of spiritual. Go ahead at the age of 5. This is too much, unheard of in one sense. So that kind of thing is required. So then naturally remembrance will come. When we hear, when we speak, because there is chastity, nothing else is known. Then you, just like children, as I said, they will not talk about Ahmedabad plane crash, how many passengers were there, how many could escape, and what happened. No, they know nothing about that. They know only mother, 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 mother. So like that we have to do. Shotavya kirtitavyasya deya, remembrance, pujyasya nityada, and then also worship the personality of God. So, Prabhupada, the purport we heard. We have one more sloka to cover. Any question on this before we go to the next one? You can have question answers in between also. Where it all begins from hearing. It's a foundation. Just like you have this nice center. So your foundation is not visible, but I'm sure the foundation must be how deep? 5 feet, 7 feet, 10 feet. Just see, one floor is vested below, isn't it? One floor, let's have 10 feet. We have vested that much. It's not wasted, it is invested. Huh? So yeah, 4 or 5 floors will be built eventually. This is not fund collection drive. Certainly passing on the message. So you see, the 4 floors are not there. That means money is required. Not that kind of just it came. So we can see this foundation is invisible, but we have gone so deep inside the earth. Why? Otherwise, those who are on third floor, fourth floor, they will go underground. At one point of time. So for them to be there, that is very much required. So hearing is the foundation. Yes. Yeah, bhakti is that process, na most powerful. You can get rid of everything. He says, Aprarabdam phalam papam kutam bijan phalonmukham kramainaiva praliyeta Vishnu bhakti ratatmavan. One who is engaged in Vishnu bhakti ratatmavan. One who engages in Vishnu bhakti, Krishna bhakti, what happens? Aprarabdham, that which is not yet fructified. Like some of us will become sick because of fever after 1 year, after 2 years, or 2 months later we'll have cold or cough. Currently, it has not manifested. It is aprarabdham. Aprarabdham, phalam, papam, utam, bijan, phalonmukham. All these variety, proclivity, the sinful reaction, which is almost fructified, about to fructify, it is in seedling form, whatever it is. Kramainaiva praliyata. Step by step, it is all destroyed. Praliyata. It's all destroyed. Vishnu Bhakti Rata. We don't have to worry. Just Krishna Bhakti kaile sarva karma kruta hoy. In fact, you don't even need to go to doctor, lawyer, or anywhere. Just do Krishna Bhakti. You get everything. But unfortunately, we don't have that faith. So then that much as we lack faith, then that many these external agents of Maya we have to surrender to. And they will extract all our money, time, energy. But what to do? We don't have faith in Krishna. Anantacharya, he was on the top of Tirumala hills and he was bitten by a deadly, very poisonous snake. And all the dudes say, hey, go to Vaidya. All that. He said, Arey, what? This snake, worldly snake, small snake, the Sansara Bhujanga, hmm, this snake of repetition of birth and death, he has bitten me so many times and I'm just blissfully continuing. What is this? He did not go only. What a faith. My God. So we don't have that much faith. Prabhupada two heart attacks while on the cargo ship. First of all, we will not board only cargo ship. Challenge to any ISKCON devotee, whether Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha. Sannyasi we cannot challenge. They are dead, they will go also. In this date, we will give you free passage or we will pay for you on a cargo ship. From ship will leave from here to America. 38 days travel. Jaladuta's younger sister, some other. Let's see whether you travel. You could travel. Cargo ship, only the captain will be there, 4 5 crew members will be there, goods will be there, and you will be there. It will, no money required for you. We will give you nice ticket. Will you go? 38 days on board. See sickness, nausea, everything. I may also, with the thought only, we may get heart attack. So Prabhupada was so old, 70-year-old, and daring. He's the most daring man the world has ever seen. What a daring feat. I don't dare to do that. I have traveled. Once I traveled 48 hours from South India somewhere all the way to Kolkata. I went. So it was a break journey in between 4 hours on one station. That was 48 hours of travel. And I felt, wow. 2 days I traveled 48. And that was what? All in the train, confirmed seat. And it was on the land. There was no water. Nowhere I sat in boat ever in that journey. But on the boat, there is altogether different situation. Seasickness, nausea, which we are not even aware. We have not traveled. So we have to be convinced. Krishna Bhakti Kaile Sarva Karma Kutave. Krishna is my father, Krishna is my mother, Krishna Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhushcha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Devo. Krishna, you are only my father, you are only my mother, you are only my brother, you are only my friend, you are only my education, you are only my wealth, you are only my all the gods. Krishna is Indra for me, Krishna is Chandra for me, Krishna is Ganpati for me, Krishna is Durga for me, Krishna is Sarva Deva Devo. That's it. And Krishna is my doctor, Krishna is my lawyer, Krishna is my CA agent. What do you call it? CA, chartered accountant. Everything. End all and be all. Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahatma Su Durlava. Very rare. We don't have that faith. That's the problem. Prabhupada had that faith. Acharyas have that faith. And we are trying to follow in the footsteps of previous acharyas. One of the fourth of the 64 regulative principles is sadhu vartmanu vartmanam, walking or following in the footsteps of previous saints. So Prabhupada is that saint. On his footsteps, we are trying to follow, not yet being able to follow the way Prabhupada was. No. Prabhupada's young boys, followers, traveling with him in India, just one day morning to evening, they would be completely exhausted. Prabhupada in one day would visit 7 to 8 houses and everywhere do some kirtan, katha, question answer, meeting the family members, and then Hare Krishna, Prasad also sometimes according to time, and then boarding the car, going to the next place, next house, next family, and like that. It's very exhausting. Yesterday I met three couples, three families. Two families I went to, and one family I called to temple. SGM temple. And I felt day was so packed. I had to give class also, evening 3 hours, morning 1 hour, and my own prasadam and other requirements. I felt it was like too much. Three families I met. Prabhupada would daily meet 7 to 8 families minimum. So, Prabhupada is great. So don't worry, all that will be taken care of. Never have fear. Sarvadharman paritejya mam ekam sharanam ham tvam sarva papepyo mokshayishyami. I will deliver you from all sinful reactions. Certainly, we are fearful. That's why Krishna says, Ma Shucha. Like, going to this first floor. Whatever. We have third floor. Which? Second floor. First floor is only there. Okay, take it. First floor, or you may have terrace, second floor. From there, you are told, jump, Prabhu. Or Mataji, you jump from here. Hurry, but I will die. Na? No, no, there will be net. Devotees are there in the center. As soon as you jump from there, they will come out and they will spread the net. Four devotees. And you will not dash your head on the ground. But where are the devotees? They are inside the center. But how will they know that I have jumped? Is there CCTV there? No, no, you don't worry. They have touch with Paramatma. No, I don't believe. I don't believe that they are in touch with me. I cannot jump. And even if I jump and they come immediately, what if they are trying and by the so much weight, I go and with the net I dash my head to the ground and head will burst open. So we don't have to do it. So very risky proposal what Krishna is giving. Very deadly proposal. They jump from here, don't fear. अरे क्या don't fear? I'm fearful like anything. How can you say don't be? Very scary proposal. But step by step, faith increases. We cannot overnight become that daring. It may take lifetimes also. ISKCON Prabhupada is giving facility by which in one life you can perfect your life. You can develop faith, absolute faith in Krishna. That's it. And there are so many examples. Prabhupada's god brother, one disciple of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. When Bagbazar temple was to be built in Kolkata, there was no money. So he sold all his house, living house, everything, whole property, his clothes, wife's clothes, ornaments, jewelry, everything. Only Mataji had one sari to wear and one more extra sari. And he had dhoti kurta and one more dhoti kurta. No house to stay. And all wealth was sold and that property and money was given for building Bhagavad Gita. Guru Maharaj, this is all yours. Like that. And they had no house. Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, give them house in Brahmachari, give a room in Brahmachari ashram. All the Brahmachari, hey, how can Mataji stay here? Arey, what Mataji? They are far superior to sannyasis. Give them a room. Yes, Guru Maharaj. So they both couple were staying in Brahmachari ashram, one of the rooms. What a glorious example. And afterwards, he said to Bhaktivinoda, he wrote a letter that Guru Maharaj, what is this property? Even I, myself, I'm your property. Where is the thing? It was never mine. It was yours only because I am also yours. I was never mine. I'm yours only. What? This is a grihastha. Even brahmacharis will not dare to do that. They will be scared if they have to leave their room. And they are told, just go to other room there. No, no, why? What is the problem? So much we are attached. That's why brahmacharis are sometimes attached, sometimes detached. And grihasthas will be mind-boggling for them if they are told, leave your house. Your house will be the center. Sarjapur Center Extension Center. And where will you stay? Where will I stay? No, in this center will give you one room for you and Mataji. Are nahi, 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 bhai, we will die like that. So scary, isn't it? Anyway, other question? Yeah. Not like that, because we identify with that physic, that body, and with that mentality, then you require accordingly some engagement. If you transcend it, then you are ready for any service. But we are very attached. No, my body is very strong. I cannot do this jhadu pocha. Arey, wo to dubale patle, thin people. For me, give me heavy service. Let the whole world see how I am weight lifter within ISKCON by lifting heavy weights like that. So he identifies. That's the problem. But if he doesn't identify, he hears a lot from Guru and he has faith and he understands I'm not body, I'm soul. How does it matter? My body is well built. I'm ready to do anything. Karishye vachanam tava. Arjun was having that kind of difficulty. So when you transcend the modes, when you transcend this varnashram attachment, then you are ready and fit for any service, all services. But if not, then better do according to your psychophysical nature and all that. That is the recommendation. Yes. Like some Matajis may be expert in Rangoli, so they want to put Rangoli. Okay, fine. Not that they have to do Rangoli only. They can do so many other services. Temple may need cooking for the deities and so many other preaching to the other Matajis, girls, and that Mataji may be very intelligent, very what you call learned and educated. She can preach to so many girls. But she says, no, I am very expert in Rangoli. There have been international competitions and I have been always the topper. So she's attached to that. Okay, then and we say that, but we don't have enough funds for that. What is the powder? Oh, I will sponsor. She will sponsor. Monthly, she will spend thousands of rupees, maybe 1 2 lakhs rupees also. But they are attached. Recently, in our Janmashtami, we had several days of cultural programs, dances and dramas and all that. So, and we entertain many people who are famous in Pune, outsiders. Come, Janmashtami, Krishna's appearance. Whatever performances you want to, we are giving you nice stage and facility. Come. So one Mataji came, I don't know what she, some kind of performance she did. I heard that she spent 3 lakhs rupees for that our ISKCON Janmashtami celebration in NVCC Pune ISKCON temple. She spent 3 lakhs rupees. All that, whatever that, stage decoration, all that. She's her personally spent. How we sorry, kya? We could have given to us, na? Donation. And that performance was not required. No, she will say, "Arey, nahi, what not required? I live for that, I will die for it." So that is strong identification. And after coming to ISKCON also, we identify like that. So no problem. Like many of our youth who have been brought in through youth preaching, they strongly identify. I have seen Brahmachari, Saffron Brahmachari, he felt highly insecure after his first 2 years of Brahmachari training is over. Now they are, they'll be given for different departments within temple and outside. So when they are given a temple department, let's say kitchen or some other department, they feel high insecurity. What is this? I came through youth preaching, and so many of my friends who became brahmacharis, they are also into youth preaching. They have been given this college, that college, and to me, no college, only one room there in kitchen, and they are also washing pots. And this is very bad. He is so morose. You can looking at him, you feel like he may commit suicide. Yeah, I have seen brahmachari, saffron brahmachari. For years together, he's not getting any youth program. It's so insecurity because very strong identification that I have been engineer, I have studied this, and I have been through youth preaching. So I have to have youth preaching only. Hmm. Okay, even if there are two boys in that youth center, no problem. I will develop it. I'll make it 2000. But he wants to be there. So very strong identification. With body, we have no this. This is all extension of bodily consciousness only. Bodily, I'm body, I'm male, I'm Indian, I'm from Karnataka, I'm from Bangalore, I'm from this, I'm that. So much. You'll see nowadays everywhere in all cities in India. I love Bangalore, I love Ashok Nagar. Within city also, I love Yevlewadi, I love Bibiwadi. Within Pune, hundreds of places. I love this wadi, that wadi, this pet, that pet. In Pune, we have Somwar pet, Mangalwar pet, Budwar pet, Guruwar pet, Shukrawar pet, Shaniwar pet, Raiwar pet. Monday to Sunday, we have all pets. You can come and see near Pune station they are there. And so I love Somwarpet. Somewhere else, I love Mangalarpet. I love Budwarpet. So much bodily identification. So this is all, and then extension within spiritual life also. We need to transcend this. Certainly, authorities may say, "Oh, this devotee is very good. He's educated. Let us engage him in this way and that way." That is okay as per their requirement. But we should not be demanding, ideally. But then what to do? Because of our conditioning, strong attachment, we feel no, no. I have this talent, and this talent only I will give for Krishna. This is what is that Nishkam Karma Yoga also. That one is attached to the activity. He's not attached to the fruits of action. He's ready to render service, but he's attached. This is the service I'll do. I'll cook for 10,000 people also. From morning till evening. My chanting will begin at 10 p.m. I'll chant in last 2 hours, but I will only cook because I am the best cook. When I cook, people not only lick upon their fingers, they will eat their fingers. I'll make them non-vegetarians. Means so much high one thinks of himself. Very strong identification is there. How many of you seen devotees strongly identify with their body, their talents, their all is very strong. So no problem. We allow it. As long as they don't go off track, they don't go into sinful activities and doing something dangerous. No problem. Dovetail your propensities in the service of the Lord. No problem. We allow it. Yes. Yes, madam. No, don't feel offended. All the grahasthas. See, to the degree, this is in general, I'm saying. When to the degree you all have heard, chanted, and all, you are becoming, going towards sannyas. Even Mataji is also. Krishna talks about it. Anashrita karma phalam karyam karma karotiya. So sannyasi cha yogi cha na niragrir na cha akriya. Anashrita karma phalam. One is not attached to the fruits of his action. Karyam karma karotiya. He acts as is obligated. Whatever he's told, do this service. As a mother, you may do services to your children. As wife, you may do services to her husband. As daughter-in-law, you may render services to her in-law. As per their needs, requirement. You are detached from all that. So you may be a sannyasi. That's what Krishna is. So sannyasi cha yogi cha, yogi also. Na niragnir na cha akriya. Not the one who does not lit a fire, or not the one who does not do any activity. No, sannyas doesn't mean nishkriyata, inactiveness. No. He can be highly active, but he is not active to give shape to his own material desires or sense gratification. No. He acts as is required. That's it. So don't feel offended. Sorry. Yeah. That for that reason only we have counselor, we have a guide who tells Prabhu or Mataji, this is too much. Huh? 11 p.m. you have all 16 rounds remaining. Now your 16th round will get over at 1 p.m. 1 a.m. It should not cross 12 a.m. How come you have been working? Okay, Janmashtami day you have been cooking, but you just neglected your chanting. Chanting is very important. How did you do this? So some guide should be there. Just like children also, no, sometimes keep playing, playing, playing. Parents, mother, and hey, come too much. Sometimes we have that in Krishna Lila also. Krishna also exhibits similar traits. So Mother Yashoda went and caught him and brought him. So like that, somebody is required. All of us need some guide who will do that. Eventually, you will know by yourself only. This is too much I'm doing. Just like I also traveling, traveling, traveling. Sometimes just exhausted like anything. And who has told how much is not required? Then when we are suffering and chanting, we are feeling sleepy. Then we feel, I understand I am not yet transcended material platform. It's a bodily platform. The body is within the material nature and is not cooperating now because I have exploited my body. So I need to little bit cool down, slow down. So this will come eventually. But as kids don't know, but as they grow up into youthful days, then understand they are able to manage their life. Similarly, in our early stages of devotional service, we don't understand how much is too much and how much is too less. This much is too less. So our devotees will be there. Now, even now, Radheshyam Guru says, what, some few years back, he said, Sundarsyam Pr has read all the books of Srila Prabhupada and he keeps reading all that. But I was not that much happy, till when he started going to NIT Warangal and Osman University in Hyderabad. And now he is taking care of so many boys there. I'm so happy. He's doing well now. You can see he shot me right in Brahmachari class in front of all the Brahmacharis very openly. I was not that much happy by reading Prabhupada books. But what happened years later, in last 1 or 2 decades, many brahmacharis left ashram who were not famous for reading Prabhupada books, but were famous for accomplishing many projects and all that. And my humble self continued. Useless as I am, I'm continuing in ashram. So then Rajesh Bro understood. This fellow is so happy in Brahmachari ashram. And all those fellows, so accomplished, they were project managers, leaders, center openers, and all that. They all left. So then Rajesh Bro understood. This fellow's secret is reading Prabhupada book. So nowadays, he stresses like anything. All devotees should read Prabhupada book. No matter how busy you are, you should read Prabhupada books. All that. So, so we should, will eventually will realize. So only one who's into scriptures and all, such a person can be a brahmachari and he can be a sannyasi. Otherwise, those who are wishy-washy, just I will also in ISKCON, I'll open one center, one more center. This center is not enough. Next, in Sharjapur Road only. So this is very important area. Here only I'll open. So this kind of people are little dangerous. In future, they may not be visible. Yeah, don't feel offended. Be little steady. Slow and steady wins the race. That is in the mode of goodness. Tortoise was in the mode of goodness. Rabbit was in the mode of passion. Ran like any. Then he got exhausted. In the higher mode, there are seeds of lower mode. So in passion, he ran. He got exhausted. The mode of now seed of ignorance. He felt little tired. Said, "I will take little rest by the side of the road." That fellow, tortoise, sluggish, slow. I'll take some rest, nap, and then I'll get up and I'll run. Yes, that border is end point is very close. And he slept and kept sleeping. He was very tired. The tortoise kept walking slowly, and he saw this fellow is sleeping. Oh, I cannot wait. I'm slow guy. He went walking, walking, and he reached first. So this is goodness. The rabbit is in the mode of passion. So we need to be in the mode of goodness. It will come. Now we are at the 14th verse. 15th I could not cover. But 19th verse will come. 18th and 19th. Nashta prayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya. That is 18th verse. One should serve Vyakti Bhagavat, person Bhagavat, and book Bhagavat. 19th verse will talk about what we already touched upon. Tada rajastamo bhavaha कामलोभादयश्चये चेतयेतिरनाविद्धं स्थितं सत्त्वे प्रसीदति tada when one is always reading Prabhupada books or hearing Vyakti Bhagavats and serving Vyakti Bhagavat person Bhagavat tada then what will happen tada rajas tamo bhava then the influences of the effects of the modes of passion and ignorance rajas tamo bhava characterized by kama lobha atayasyaye lust pride greed envy anger illusion this is nothing but two things only passion and ignorance something is pure passion lust something is pure ignorance like this thing what you call it, illusion and something is a combination of passion and ignorance like growth one had some material desire somebody obstructed one becomes very angry I'll beat him so this is growth combination of passion and ignorance so like that all the modes only expand into six things so this will go down. Eta eta rana vidyam, the conscience will be purified. Sitam satve prasidati. One will be situated in the mode of goodness and very calm, composed. Prabhupada running hundreds of ISKCON center. If you've seen, I mean, if you've seen ever, you were ever a well-wisher movie, all the others should be shown also. You can see, I think this Prabhu, what do you mean? Raman, the DBT, Rameshwar Prabhu, he brings one check for Prabhupada to sign because Prabhupada is the signatory. So he brings and he hands over to Prabhupada. So Prabhupada takes the check, puts it on the desk in front of him. He takes out the pen from the pen box and he opens it like this. Lead he removes and then he catches the leads he keeps on the thing and he catches the thing that check and he's signing such a long sign and Bhagavad Gita is there A C Bhakti Vedanta Swami all that round peacefully he signs then he takes the lead puts the this thing again and puts it in the pen box picks up the check and hands over to Rameshwar. Imagine, know that he is the person who is running hundreds of temples all over the world. If we would be running like that, you know, we would be like, ah, what next one. Now I have to go. So much passion. Very peaceful. And at the last point of his life, when he was asked any desire, last wish, will, Prabhupada said, Ichu Ichana. Can you imagine? Like Sarjapur Road, one center, like that we have, let's say, 108 centers in Bangalore and around, and you are dying. Hey, what will happen to those centers? Oh, doctor, please give me extension. I have opened so many extension centers. Give me extension in life, and your centers without me, it will all collapse. It's all illusion, grand illusion. Without you, the centers will flourish. Because of you, they were not able to flourish. You choked so many devotees. They wanted to render so many services, but no, me only, nobody else. So this is big problem. This is there in ISKCON so much. क्योंकि श्रवण नहीं करते इस कान से उस कान इसलिए बीच में नहीं है उस कान my project no but you don't come I will be there why are you coming get lost I am there I am Sarveshwareshwara the topmost very ego is there false ego is there a lot of passion is there years later also it doesn't get purified people strongly identify and too much fight cannot jail then okay I'll go to another part of the city I'll open my own center that's how 5 temples in Bangalore. Don't feel offended. Gaurang Guru said in Bhagavatam class, two leaders fight, they cannot jail, and they try to keep the temple or whatever that under them, but then they ultimately find that nobody is agreeing. Guru Maharaj also saying, "You please get out of here. Let him run the show. He'll do well." Okay, chalo, I'll go. And then he goes to other part of that city or some another city. He starts a new temple of ISKCON, and that's how we have hundreds of ISKCON temples. Haribo! By the way, ये अंदर की बात है. Outside world doesn't know. And how ISKCON is growing like anything. What? How come? How they are so united and they are united. It's a what they call unity in diversity. Achinta Veda Veda Tattva. Simultaneous oneness and difference. We are one, but we are not one. We are separate. We are Sajapur Road. We are Whitefield. A lot of problems. Hopefully, we'll become mature. And some lifetimes later, we'll become pure devotees. Or maybe in this life we can also become pure devotees. Depends on us. Are we ready to be pure devotees? सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य सर्वकेन्द्रान् परित्यज्य Sargapur Kendra, this Kendra, that Kendra, center. So you have to give up. Any other? Could not cover the next, no problem. Hmm. Hmm? By being in the present tense, be here now. Cut the wings, as he said. Mind is compared to a bird with two wings. One is past tense, other is future tense. Cut the two wings. What will the bird do? It will just be on the ground. So one should not. So that's why what happened, our it becomes mental platform. As we start chanting, either because of not having proper sleep, we have worked passionately late night and all that, and we wanted to show everyone how I get up every day for morning program. So you got only less sleep. So now it's on physical platform, you will be either sleeping, or the mind will start wandering then. If you are in passion, mind will wander. Two sleeps happen. One is SLEEP sleep in the mode of ignorance, or SLIP sleep, that is in the mode of passion. What is sleeping? I'm walking. I sleep means what? I was here. I put my foot. It slipped. And where I put my foot, from there it went to other place. 1 millimeter ahead, 1 inch ahead, 1 meter ahead, whatever. But I went to another place. This is slip. So mind was supposed to be in chanting, but it slipped and it went to some other object. That is what is called as passion. So we have to be in the mode of goodness. So we can, when we chant, when we close our eyes, mind starts wandering very soon. What we can do, we can keep some slogans written there, some statement. Let everything else wait, just here. So after one round is over, we can open our eyes and see what is it. Hey, yeah, so many things are going on there. Let it wait. Let all those things wait. So many thoughts will come. Mind has to become pure. Malina haile man, nahi Krishna smaran. When mind is contaminated, one cannot remember Krishna. The mind gets contaminated with so many thoughts. And thoughts are all related to doership only. I, aham and mama. I am the Sarjapur center in charge, maybe kitchen in charge. So today in satsang program, minimum 300 devotees will come. Or at least I'll cook for 300 devotees. Because I cannot settle with less than that. Even if it is lost for the temple, no problem. But I have to cook. Afterwards, I'll go for good for life. So all the thoughts, and then he will start cooking in the chanting only. Thought level. Okay, today Singdana, the groundnuts should not be so many. I will not put groundnut today. Because last time there was personally I like groundnuts, but there was a comment. So all will start, and then he will enter in kitchen after the chanting, so-called chanting. So one has to be in the present tense. So intellectual platform. That's why the Japa talk is there. Many times in ISKCON temples we have, before Vanchakalpatra we have Japa talk to tell us glories of the act which we are going to do now. And what happens after that Japa talk? Then we have Vanchakalpatra and then we start chanting what that Japa talk, what was there, what was written, what was said, what was read. Nobody remembers. And here the another fight only goes. We are in another battlefield only. So it requires serving, reading Prabhupada book. How many of you read Prabhupada book every day, 1 hour minimum? One Mataji, two, three. That Mataji is showing like this. I doubt what is that. She's not doing like this. Huh? No, 1 hour every day. No, no, that is not the consideration now. Now, hour, 1 hour. Good. So only 4 or 5 devotees. So the I don't know how many devotees are here. Let's say 200 or less. 100. Around 100. 80, 90. Chalo, let's say 100. So in 100, 4 devotees raise hand that they are reading every day 1 hour. Please again raise hand. You are reading Prabhupada books every day for 1 hour. Raise your hand. One, two, three, 4. So the strength of entire Sarjapur Road ISKCON center is 4%, not 100%. That's your grand illusion. Sorry, but that is the thing. And Prabhupada said, devotee should read my books 1 to 2 hours. I'm not talking about 2 hours at all. And in Tokyo Bhagavatam class, he gave a lecture in the morning Bhagavatam class. He says, you must read my books 24 hours daily. I do that. I do that. Check in Vedabase. Twice he says, I do that. I do that. 24 hours. All your fuses will be out, blown out. 24 hours. Then when will you chant? Yeah, in that one. Everything will be accomplished. So we are not true followers of Prabhupada. We may take pride saying I am Prabhupada's follower. That is illusion. What he expects, that also we don't know. Forget about executing what he expects. That is not known only how will you execute it. If I don't know how to make halwa, how will I make halwa? I have to know na first. This is the ingredient that is to be mixed like this. Then I can venture into cooking. And I may be able to. Okay. So make sure that you are reading. All of us have to read. That's the mode of goodness. Keeping everything aside, sitting down. You can also check it in the Veda base. How many of you have access to Veda base? Somewhere? Yeah. Now sit down and hear. Check what all Prabhupada said. It's very difficult to sit down. Now you are all sitting with official class. Otherwise, prestige will go down. That Prabhuji doesn't attend class or Mataji doesn't attend class. We attend, but otherwise, it's very difficult to sit down and hear somebody speaking or sit down and read. There also Prabhupada is speaking when we are reading Prabhupada. Even if you are reading in the mind, Prabhupada is speaking. Prabhupada spoke in dictaphone only. But then it was decoded, typed, edited, printed, etc. But this is recorded sound of Prabhupada only. All these alphabets are nothing but Prabhupada's recorded sound only. So we are hearing. So it's very difficult. How many of you access your mobile, WhatsApp and all the social status at least 45 minutes daily minimum? Raise your hand. So see, 1 hour daily. See, this we are doing very faithfully. We are very chaste. Shrotavya, Kirtitavyascha, hmm, all related to social news. Prabhupada books? No. So it's a big challenge. Prabhupada way back in his time, there were 5 top temples of ISKCON. Whatever, I don't know how many temples totally were there. Let's say 30, 40, 50. But 5 temples were top. Must have been like New York, Los Angeles, San Francisco, something like that. Whatever in those, maybe London. So then disciples asked Prabhupada, can we purchase for our these 5 top centers telex machine? Telex machine was the new invention that time. So what is telex machine? Something like you type here, no? Fax, like that. So you type something here, and that fellow who has the machine, he can take printout or something, and he can read. So it's very fast communication, not slow mail like that. What you call letter and all that. Post box 3 4 days later, that fellow gets, he reads it. Here you type, he gets within 1 2 hours, he can whatever. So Prabhupada said, no, we will not purchase telex machine for these 5 centers. Otherwise, devotees will do prajalpa with that slow what you call machine telex proper devotees will engage in prajalpa. Now what we have, my god, the WhatsApp 5G connection and what not we have, isn't it? Everything is at fingertips. Hmm. Any product cut you press within few minutes it is delivered at your doorstep. You can eat it, that food stuff. So fast communication nowadays. So much prajalpa goes. So this is not good. We have to keep ourselves away from machine and be with people, be with devotees, serve them, and read Prabhupada books. Nowadays, online, because of COVID, COVID was one of the greatest curses in the creation. All the children had to be given mobiles and laptops. That's what school, everything online because nobody can go. That was the time, need of the time. But then children got addicted. And then to take away the mobile from them, almost an impossible. The kids are so much. I have seen father speaking on phone, talking, and the child is desperate, when will the call end so then towards the end, when we are ending the discussion on call also, some other person can know that the talk is about to end. So he comes to know the child, he senses it. And then even before the final, okay, Hare Krishna, before that only he snatches the mobile and he runs to the other room to start that video game or what. I have seen in front of my eyes. And this is in a remote village of Orissa where the hardly population is 800 people or so. In that remote village, this is the desperateness of the child. You can imagine the metropolitan cities and all. What kind of children must be there. So that's why we have to be away from machines and be with Prabhupada, with Acharya, read. Then we'll come to the mode of goodness. Then mind will not go in future or in past and will be in the present. I am chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. And immediately Radharani and Krishna will manifest. Let's say you all are attached to these deities of Radha Shamsundar. So Hare means Radharani 8 times in one mantra. And Krishna and Ram means Krishna, Shamsundar. He will manifest in your heart automatically. If I say Narendra Modi, what comes in your mind? A tree, a ocean, river, bull, or human being? What comes in mind? Human being, male or female, old or young, with beard or without beard, white beard or black beard. See, so clear. Everybody got one person only in the mind. That is called as mental screen, Manasa Patal. We have Drushti Patal and Manas Patal. Drushti Patal means now when my eyes are open, I can see you all and these walls and everything. This is Drushti Patal, the screen for the eyes. And another is screen for the mind, Manasa Patal. So in your Manas Patal, here Narendra Modi is not there. I just was speaking about him. So you all on your screen of the mind got him only, one man only, no second person. Nobody like him, maybe his brother. Nobody else came. I think Amit Shah is also looking something like him, but he did not appear. Only one person. So why not Radha Krishna appear when we are chanting Hare Krishna? Because our mind is impure, and that's how then inattentive chanting happens, and we don't gain much. Just like we fill the water pot, earthen pot with water, but it has two holes and water is leaking out. So from 1 kilometer distance we bring home, and when we pour in another some vessel, it is only half the quantity what we had paid because lot of it got leaked out on the way. So like that, our container of our heart is not feeling nourished because of not chanting properly. 27,648 holy names we chant daily through 16 rounds. Do we feel at the end of 16 rounds? Wow, heart is so heavy. 27,648 holy names. What a gain. Hmm. I am what you call quarter Lakpati. Fourth day I will be Lakpati. 4 days you become Lakpati. 27,648 multiplied by 4. It is 1 lakh plus. You become Lakpati in 4 days. But we don't feel like that. But money comes in our account, somehow somebody transfers 20,000, 50,000, and few days later it is 1 lakh. Yeah, I had 55 lakhs, now I have 56 lakhs. You feel gain like that. But we don't feel like that through chanting because there's not so much gain. But slowly, hopefully. So serving, reading Prabhupada books and serving great souls. These two have to be done 24 hours. Then we'll get purified at heart. That will come in 19th chapter, 19th verse. The discussion will come. Any other question? Is that answering? Yeah. Ah, you have heard him, you have seen him on the screen, you have seen him in action on screen. No, you're hearing him. This is Krishna's flute sound. Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. Krishna plays on his flute, that Pancham Swar. I said it goes in the years of gopis, but it also goes in the dawn of creation, in the beginning. Beginning means where Brahmanda starts. Brahmaji's ears also it enters. Krishna's flute sound, Pancham Swar. And then it comes out through his mouth through Vedas. All the Vedas come. And that, those Vedas only we have here, whether Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita or anything here, all Krishna's flute sound. We are hearing Krishna's flute directly. Only thing we are not having realization. So we feel only book, this is something different. I don't know when will I hear Krishna. You are hearing directly. Directly. Only realization is not there. After becoming pure devotee, you will not be, "Oh," that will not happen. You will understand, ooh, this is what I have been doing for last so many decades. Just like, one man who asked the king, please give me some gold or something, I'm very poor. King said, okay, no problem. You go from this path, this door is there. Go straight there and then left and you go and there is a treasury over there. You open it, whatever is there is all yours. Like that. The man said, really? Great. Then he started running through that door, went running. He ultimately reached there. He opened it and he saw so much gold. But then he said, Arey, all throughout the pathway, Everything was gold only, made up of gold only. But because I did not know how gold looks like, I was ignorant. I thought that gold is inside the treasury. It was all thrown on the way also. So like that, what we are doing now, same thing we'll be doing in Golok Vrindavan also. One person. I will not be the speaker. I will also be with you all hearing. There will be two speakers there, Madhukanta and Snigdhakanta. These are the speakers. Every day Katha goes on. Krishna also hears, Balram hears, Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda Mai. This is daytime. Daytime Bhagavatam class, whatever. Madhukanta, Snigdhakanta. Night time in Radharani's palace. There are only gopis and Radharani, no males. Krishna is the only one who is male there. And same speakers, Madhukanta, Snigdhakanta. They continue Katha. And there they speak Madhurya Lila, all the esoteric pastimes of Radha Krishna, gopis. Not so much Vatsalaras, Madhurya, no much Vatsalaras, Sakhyaras. That is in the daytime. Daytime, no Madhuryaras Lila. Because all the audience is males, females, but not gopis. So we don't have to worry. Is that answer? Is that answer? Okay. How does it start? By pressing or by long press? Long press.
So actually, the example that Prabhu said. So the books that are spoken by Krishna, only, but in that example, it becomes like if Narendra Modi writes some book and we are reading from that book.
Hmm.
Like the scripture, as it was said that Krishna has spoken to him. So it becomes like we are hearing him speaking directly.
But here, for that matter, Vedvyas has given. And what is he writing about? Like 10th canto particularly is what? Krishna is walking in the forest. He's taking the cows for grazing, and the cows are looking back again and again, and they're happy, and they're moving forward, and the gopis are coming. Directly on your Manas Patal, Krishna Lila is happening. Right in front. You can envision or not. You can envision. When so many minutest details are given, you know, minutest details matter because that all makes it very clear. Just like expert artists are who, those who make everything, minute details very clear, so nicely visible and all that, then it becomes wonderful. And just like that, you draw some figure of a man or woman, not so appealing. But when you show everything, even the, let's say, the shadow of that earring of that girl on the chicks, you know that when it becomes lively, let's say, not lively, real, it looks like what they call real picture or something, huh? Lifeline, no? Like that they say, no? So like that. So those such descriptions are there. So many descriptions in detail. So you're directly into Krishna Lila. It's so amazing. You will not feel like giving up the book only. You'll feel like reading. You're directly with Krishna. You're never separated from Krishna when you are hearing about me. You're directly with Krishna. You have to experience that, Mataji. Just like
Yeah.
I can describe you gulab jamun very nicely, it's brown, juicy. Just by pressing, also some juice comes out. That is all sugar syrup, and by seeing also saliva will be secreted. So if you don't have experience, you may say, but you said it is what you call roasted and it is black. Will it not be giving burning sensation? So because you have not tested, you will be coming up with all crazy ideas. So, and no matter how much you speak, you may still have something. But if I give you and you take it and put it in the mouth and say, Prabhu, please shut up your mouth. My only question is there second available? Second available. Yeah, so you have to test it yourself. Then it will become very relishable. This is how we have been going on. Brahmachari life means is married with Srimad Bhagavatam. When one brahmachari years before asked His Holiness Mahavishnu, late Mahavishnu Swami Maharaj, that Maharaj, sometimes I feel lusty. Prabhupada, Maharaj said, get married. He said, no, Maharaj, not all the time. Sometimes only. I told you get married. No, Maharaj, not daily, also sometimes. Once in a while. I told you get married. Get married to Srimad Bhagavatam. Ah, Haribo. You have to marry to Srimad Bhagavatam. If a brahmachari doesn't marry Srimad Bhagavatam, then he'll think he's a Purusha. Then he'll read some Prakruti, some female. He has to compulsorily marry Srimad Bhagavatam. It's a must for a brahmachari. Sannyasis, they are married, they are chaste wives. They are fully into it. But brahmacharis particularly. And grihasthas also. Otherwise, they'll also be unchaste. So it all happens. Is that okay? Any other? Okay. So we'll end. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय, गौर प्रेमानंद।
Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा।
If all